So how fat are people in America compared to Europe? So I'm from California, currently living in Belarus, and I've been around a lot of America and Europe. And a lot of people aren't gonna like what I'm about to say, but it's true, and a lot of people are gonna come up with excuses for it. And if you wonder why I keep doing this, it's because there's lots of mosquitoes. So in general, people are a bit fatter in America, but not so much like people think. And there's a catch. So most people are not that much fatter, but you do have some supersized whales who have like rolls of fat coming off them. And in general though, and this is what's going to make people unhappy, it's not white people that are so fat. Now, of course, you're going to probably also get people going, what do you mean white people are so fat and lazy? Well, on average, if you go to California and you look at the white people and you look at the other people, it's the brown people that are really fat, and also some black people. Now, of course, black people tend to have like muscular genetics, so there's going to be a lot of black guys that are like muscular. But for some reason, some of them, especially the women, just get supersized. And also Mexicans, for some reason, they just get fat. That's reality. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It doesn't matter if you want to believe it. That's reality. There's even a saying, like, you don't need to call a Mexican a fat Mexican because they're all fat. Now, of course, that's not true. They're not all fat, but most of them are overweight. And I even took classes at universities that tried to, well, one university, that tried to explain this. It said that those people do not have access to normal food. They are forced to eat chips and other garbage all day long, every day, because they don't have grocery stores where they live. They would have to walk. Ironically, this is the argument for why Europeans are thinner, that they walk more. So perhaps those people need to walk more. I'm not going to say what I think the reason is, but yeah, I certainly do think that eating junk is a big factor in there. And if you want to say, oh, they can't afford normal food, guess what? Chicken and potatoes is a lot cheaper than Doritos and Big Macs. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. And it doesn't cost anything to go for a walk. Now, of course, if you're working a lot, you don't have time to go walk around. But I've seen even the ones that are manual laborers very fat. So, on average, people in California, if you look at the white people, are about the same body fat, but a little bit fatter. Now, you look at the non-white people, and they are really fat. On average, they're fat. But then you got some supersized ones. And it is worth noting that there are outliers in Belarus, and some kind of not quite super, some of them are supersized, but you got some pretty fat people that fall into one certain category, which is old babushkas, old ladies. For some reason, the old ladies end up very often becoming, like, pretty big. So if you factor them into the equation, it's really not much different how fat people are in Belarus versus in California. But I would still say in California, on average, they're a little fatter, because the average person is a little bit fatter than the average person in Belarus.